Battlecraft. I'm Cadet Tanya Ignatius, NCC, St. Joseph's College, Autonomous Iringalakkuda, 7 Kerala Girls Battalion Thrissur, Ernakulam Group, Kerala and Lakshadweep Directorate. Battlecraft is the skill in the techniques of military combat and in the procedures of living under battle conditions. The subjects included in Battlecraft are field signals, section formation, fire control orders, fire and movement, section battle drills. Field signals. It is not always possible to give verbal orders through words of mouth because of battle noise, security reasons, and intervening distance being too great for effective voice control. So we use signal with hand. This include deploy, right arm fully extended above head and waved from side to side, palm open. Advance, right arm swung from rear to front in underarm blowing fashion. Halt, right arm raised to full extend above head. Turn about, right arm raised and bent above head. Change direction, right arm raised to front in line with shoulder, body then turned in required direction. Close, right hand placed on top of head, elbow to the right. Quick time, right hand raised to line of shoulder, elbow close to the side. Double march, right fist clenched, moved up and down between thigh and shoulder several times. Follow me. Right arm swung from rear to front above the shoulder in overarm blowing fashion. Last order completed. Right hand to salute, then arm raised in air, finger extended. Last order not understood. Both hands cupped behind the ears. Commander to close. Right arm to the side at 45 degrees to the body, first clenched. Enemy in sight, specific numbers. Both arms waved on sides, bird fashion, followed by number, indicated by number of fingers held up. Enemy approaching. Both hands open, palm inwards at waist level, with inwards scooping motion. Enemy position suspected. Both hands first clenched, raised to shoulder level, followed by indication of direction. Enemy LMG firing. Right hand thumb down signal. Engage target by fire. Both hands clasped above the head. Attack. Punching motion with the right or left hand according to direction of attack. Close to run dismiss. Close sign followed by both hands clasped in front of body at waist level. Infantry obstacle ahead. Both hands crossed in front of body at the waist, palm open downwards. Next is signals with weapons. Enemy in sight in small number rifle held above the head parallel to the ground, muzzle in the direction of the enemy. Enemy in sight in large number as per the first one above, but arm moved up and down several times. Advance, both arms raised to form the letter U. Third one is signals with whistle. Cautionary blast. A short blast to draw attention to a signal or order about to be given. The alarm blast. A succession of alternate long and short whistle. Enemy aircraft. A succession of short blasts. Enemy aircraft departed. Two long blasts repeated at interval of 5 seconds. The second subject of battlecraft is section formation. The factors which influence the section commander in his choice of formation are as follows: ground, task, type and direction of enemy fire, need for security and control by the section, necessity of producing the maximum fire with minimum delay. A section is normally split into two groups, namely the LMG group and the rifle group. These groups facilitate fire and movement. The LMG group should usually be on the open flank or the flank which will provide the best intermediate fire positions. The interval between individuals should be about 4.6 meter, that is 5 yards by day. The distances between groups will vary to suit the ground. The advantages and disadvantages of section formation. In single file formation, the advantages: good for control, not vulnerable to enfilade fire, useful for moving along ditches, narrow defiles and so on. The disadvantages: bad for fire protection, vulnerable to frontal fire. File formation, the advantages, good for control, useful for moving along broad roads, inside wide nullas and so on. The disadvantages, not good for fire protection, vulnerable to frontal fire. In diamond formation, the advantages, good for control, not vulnerable to enfilade fire, good for all-round fire protection and observation. The disadvantages, present a good target to frontal fire, not very good for fire protection to the front. In arrowhead formation, the advantages, good depth, not vulnerable to frontal fire, good for fire protection, probably the best formation for crossing open ground. The disadvantages, control more difficult than in diamond. In spreadhead formation, the advantages, good depth, less vulnerable to enfilade fire than arrowhead, LMG group not committed immediately on contact. The disadvantages, control difficult, delay in fire protection. In extended line formation, the advantages, the formation used in the final assault, very good for fire protection and bayonet fighting. The disadvantages, control difficult, very vulnerable to enfilade fire, no depth. The third subject of battlecraft is fire control orders. A fire control order is given so that the soldier can recognize the target and fire effectively. It is important that the cadet knows how to react to the fire control order sequence. Certain terms given below are commonly used in connection with fire control. Fire unit, fire direction orders, fire control orders, arc of fire. How to give fire orders. The orders should be given clearly, calmly and consciously. It should be given loudly so as to be heard over the noise of battle but should not be louder than required. It must be given as an order and obeyed as such. It must be given with adequate pauses so that those being addressed may have time to take the correct action. Types of control orders. There are 4 types of control orders: delayed fire order, opportunity fire order, LMG group fire order, and full fire order, which includes pinpoint target, area target. Sequence of fire order. An accepted sequence should always be used in order to avoid confusion or misunderstanding. The suggested code word is GRIT, each letter of which signifies stage in fire order as follows. G4, the group of the section which is addressed, that is the LMG group or the whole section. An order starting with number 1 section indicates that the whole of number 1 section will fire. LMG group or rifles group means that the group named only will fire. R stands for the range to the target. To ensure accuracy of fire and to concentrate attention on a limited area of ground. I stands for the indication of the point of aim by its description. And finally, T stands for the type of fire to be employed. The next subject of battlecraft is fire and movement. The primary aim of the infantry is to close with the enemy and destroy him. It is only possible to move forward against opposition by skillful use of ground, with the help of supporting fire or by a combination of both. The combination of fire and movement is the basis of platoon and section tactics. It demands from the soldier the highest standards of weapon training and fieldcraft. There are 5 basic considerations for fire and movement. These are as follows. There should be no exposed ground without covering fire, controlled by the commander. The angle of covering fire from direct firing weapons should be as wide as possible without loss of control or time. Full use should be made of all available cover. When cover is lacking, the use of smoke, that is smoke grenade, should be considered. Full use should be made of all available weapons for covering fire. Types of cover. Cover from view is often not cover from fire, especially if the move to cover has been seen by the enemy. Concealment from enemy air and ground observation is the chief means of gaining surprise. Some of the main types of cover are undulating ground, which is the least obvious form of cover. When skillfully used, it protects from direct fire and gives no ranging marks to the enemy. Second one, sunken roads, beds of streams and ditches which give good cover from view and often from fire as well. However, there is always a danger that the enemy may pay special attention to them. They may be mined or booby trapped, and precautions against ambush must be taken. If the roads or ditches are straight, the enemy will be able to fire down them in enfilade. The third one is hedges and bushes give cover from view but not from fire. In open country, they may make good ranging marks for the enemy. Fourth one, standing crops give cover from view, but movement through them can generally be detected. Fifth one, woods which give cover to men and vehicles from enemy air and ground observation. They give some protection from small arm fire, but HE bombs and shells will explode in the branches of tree and will cause heavy casualties unless troops are dug in and have overhead protection. And the last one, buildings and walls are for concealment and protection from small arms fire and shell splinters. When isolated, they make good ranging marks for the enemy. Movement. Movement in the face of the enemy should be covered by fire. This does not mean that it is impossible to move unless a heavy weight of fire is brought down on the enemy. An important part of an attack is the movement towards the objective. Supporting fire is one of the aids to that movement. A knowledge of how to move and how to use ground for movement is essential to enable troops to close with the enemy with minimum casualties, undetected in the zone of arc of battlefield surveillance radars. The next section, the next subject of battlecraft is section battle drill. An infantry battle drill describes how platoons and squads apply fire and maneuver to commonly encountered situations. They require leaders to make decisions rapidly and to issue brief oral orders quickly. The section battle drill is divided into 4 stages. Stage 1, action on coming under effective fire. Stage 2, locating and neutralizing the enemy. Stage 3, attack. Stage 4, reorganization. Let's see all the stages in detail. Stage 1, action on coming under effective fire. It is instinctive to most men to drop down on the ground when under fire. The men should not go to ground till the effective fire of the enemy is brought down or the order "take cover" is given by the section commander. On receiving order for taking cover, the following action will normally be taken by each man of the section. Run to the nearest cover or that already indicated by the section commander in his anticipatory orders. Every man will dive or drop into the cover and crawl away so that the enemy has not got his sights on anyone when he reappears. Take position and observe the enemy. Apply sight and fire on spotting the enemy without waiting for an order from the section commander. Bunching together should be avoided at times, and apart from number 1 and 2 of the LMG group when necessary, no man in the open by day should ever be less than 5 yards from his nearest fellow, depending on the cover available. On take cover order by the section commander, dash down, crawl, observe sights, fire if the enemy has been located. The second stage, locating and neutralizing the enemy. Locating. The location of enemy and its fire is usually not easy. The following drill will be followed for locating the enemy: by observation, by fire, by movement. Neutralization. As soon as the section commander knows the position of the enemy, he must give a fire control order to bring on the enemy sufficient weight of the section fire power to neutralize them. If certain individuals have already started the firing, the section commander will resume control by preceding his fire control order with the order "stop." Having won the firefight, the section commander must retain the fire initiative by cautiously bringing fire down on the enemy whilst he maneuvers closer in order to assault them. The third stage is the assault, that is, the attack. The section commander will decide whether to attack from the flank or right flank depending upon the position of the LMG group, the position of the enemy, and the routes available. The section commander's orders for the assault are confined to left or right flanking to indicate which side of the LMG group the rifle group will work, which group will move first, and place to which LMG group will move if it is to move first. And finally, the fourth stage is reorganization. Once the assault is made, the following action will take place as drill. The LMG group will rejoin the fire group at the double immediately it sees the rifle group take cover after the assault. The section commander will organize a search of the area of the objective for any enemy hiding or wounded. Rifle numbers detailed to search will be covered by other riflemen. The section commander will check positions of riflemen and LMG group, allot arcs of observation and detail reference points. The section commander will check casualties, ammunition expenditure, and refilling of LMG magazine. And finally, the section commander will await the platoon commander for further orders. Thank you all for hearing my presentation.